So I guess this is part two. I don't know what's going on with this internet. Whatever it is, it is. I sure can't stop it. But yeah, someone thought that they was going to be able to come back to you. You know, they was going to be able to snooze back up to you after trying to put you in some type of competition with someone else who was no competition for you. You knew that this other person that they were trying to have you compete with was nothing but a gold digger. And so you knew it was just a matter of time. Now somebody wants to have something to communicate with this air sign because they really did feel that this air sign would be back. Confirmation. They felt like this air sign was going to come back to this fire sign, but this air sign said no. They're moving, and they went ahead and let go. Somebody thought that they was going to give it time. If they gave it time, then the air sign would come back. But that was a big gamble. That was a big gamble. What's the message? What is going on with my internet? And I don't know if it's the spot in the house or what, but I'm going to be recording in the home office this evening. Someone is still trying to figure themselves out. It may not necessarily be sexually, but it could be. But someone is trying to figure themselves out, especially because this cycle they know is over. And especially since it's like they ended the cycle when they chose to go on vacation with someone else. That's when that and their intuition let them know that it was done. There was no coming back. There was no coming back. And I see 7-Eleven on the clock. What's the message? Anything else from this deck? Yep. Someone was trying to manifest something, but I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working because they took too big of a gamble trying to do this love spell, not realizing that it was Mercury retrograde. You know, so somebody was expecting something about this water sign. You know, maybe this water sign was expecting themselves or they was expecting something with the water sign. But instead, this water sign is having to move and is experiencing some challenges. Now it's something with this water sign or this person at a distance is now dating someone else. So it's like someone dropped you to go on vacation with someone else. They go on vacation with someone else and it ruins the relationship with you. Then they come back only to find out that the someone else that they went with is now seeing somebody else. Hey, J Mike, Grand Rising. But this is just that cycle that this narcissist has to go through. They took a gamble and it's not working out in their favor. Bottom of the deck, 9 of staffs. Somebody's spiritually protected. Yep, because the wheel of fortune is turning in their favor. It's like somebody, like I said, someone is protected. When somebody else went on vacation, they did what they needed to do. And it's funny because now this trickster energy, it's like it's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Someone is trying to call someone. They're not answering the phone. They leaving them on red. You know, they just acting like, oh, they don't even know him anymore. You know, this is somebody that they tried to put you in competition with for the longest time. And now they ass got left. They got left. Now they're sitting here really thinking about things, contemplating things, They have no choice but to try and heal their own broken heart, thinking how they try to play you, how they try to juggle you. Now they want to come back with some old fishy cut thing because they see you are true happiness. They feel like a fool trying to they was like fighting against you. They feel like a fool trying to fight against you, not knowing that you was telling them the truth and you was giving them the truth with that cup of love. But they couldn't see it because they were so confused. They were so confused. They were like so starving for affection. They was willing to do anything just so they could feel like this emperor was giving them some attention. Not even realizing that you stood in your power as this high priestess. You had all the gifts. You had everything that this person needed. Most of all, you spoke the truth. You spoke the truth. But somebody couldn't see it. They decided that they wanted to get with this witch energy, that they wanted to go on vacation with somebody, but they forgot to think about everything because something wasn't adding up. After they spent their money, after they did all this, after they ruined the relationship with you, then all of a sudden they started really hearing the communication that was coming. Then all of a sudden they really started paying attention to what was being said. And you know what? The things that you had talked about, they were coming true. They were sitting there looking at you. They was watching you grow, watching you, evolve, watching everything that you was doing. Then they started really, really, really looking at you, thinking about what you could do for them. After somebody else left them on red. Now they understand that call, them trying to come back, them trying to say, oh, well, I can get back in. Maybe it's not going to be that easy. Especially after somebody had some things to say about you and somebody didn't stand up. They didn't protect you. They didn't do what was right. It's like this person was afraid to stand up against this person, but now somebody regrets it. They regret not saying what needed to be said. They didn't think that you would leave. They didn't think that your no meant no. Hey, Sky High, Infinite Me, Myself, and I Am. Something about your love. They didn't believe that you would take your love back. They didn't believe that you was going to take your love back because it had been here for so long. You had been offering them that cup of love. Your arm had been outstretched for so long, so many different times, so many different instances. You offered it, but this time it's different. They knocked over these 3 cups, and that was it. They denied you 3 times. Just like Judas denied God, Jesus. They denied your cup of love. Now that's all they can think about is how healing it was. They didn't believe that you was an earth angel. They didn't believe that you have the gift, but that's all they can think about. They can't think about nothing else. Yes. See, this person is thinking about everything that you have been working on over the years, how you have been working on yourself to build yourself up as the Empress, to put yourself in the position where you could give. And this person, it's like they couldn't see it. They couldn't see it. They couldn't see, your loyalty. They couldn't see that you made the right judgment calls. They couldn't see your strength. And now they're right. They don't get to see it because you're no longer around. That cycle is over. It's done. It's finished. It's kaput. And all they want to do is come back together with you. They just want to come back together with you to heal. Hey, Lamont, how are you this morning? J. Mike, thank you so very much for coming on this morning. What's the message? Yep. Yeah, somebody, they took an action. They took an action and they didn't think about what they was doing. Now they hate the karma is here. Now they hate it that they're receiving karma, especially, like I said, somebody, they was even saying things about you, like discounting you, saying these negative things about you. They've been doing this for the longest, never thinking it was going to come catch up to them, but it caught up to them. Now somebody is having to look at things in a totally different light because now they see you were the one who has the gift, not them. They're in a position now where it seemed like everything that this person thought that they had, they no longer have. It's like they didn't get it in the right way, and God is making sure they don't keep it. It's like this person now, they hate that, they regret that they doubted you, said that you weren't, and that's not no earth angel. Please, that she ain't doing it. He ain't doing nothing. But now they're looking at you, and you're the one that's doing fine, and they're the one that's in need. Like I said, somebody's going to come and they're going to ask you, but they know that you're going to be defensive. They know that you got them blocked because they know what comes around goes around, and they ghosted you. They ghosted you. They ghosted the family. Somebody just did whatever. They didn't care. You said you're good, Mrs. J. Mike. Who is Mrs. J. Mike? And someone wants to, now they want to, it's like it's taken a while, but they want to offer you this cup of love now because they know that, they need something and they know they don't have it, but they know you do. Hey, Demita. Yeah. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, somebody, they want to make plans. I think they want to make plans to come to you because they see that you're stable, you're financially stable. So it's like they want to make plans to come to you now, and they're hoping that you still have that cup of love offered for them, even though there's some secrets and you're going to want to know about them, even though this person is regretful and they're trying to pray out of this. They're trying to pray out of this that hopefully some way you can help them out of this situation, especially whenever they went against you and went with trying to work with this King of Staffs, who's the one who put them in this position. Even when you told them, don't work with this person, It was this king of staffs that put them in this position, and the king of staffs going to introduce them to a queen of staffs to have them even in a worse position. So it was like this somebody was oh yeah, I got you. Don't even worry about it. I know, trust me, I know who to introduce you to. Somebody gonna get you out of this mess. But you had already told this person, don't do it. You had already explained to this person how you knew from the past. You had dealt with this person in the past when you was young. You remember the trouble that this person had got you into. But they didn't know that, they didn't think that you knew what you was talking about, even though you told them about the past. You told them your situation specifically. You told them point blank the end. What was happening, what happened, how everything played out. You told them. But they thought they knew more than you. You tried to express it to them. You was being even tempered, but you wasn't being going off on nobody. You was just like, hey, that may not be the way you want to go. Or trust me on this one. When I say this person is a little blah, 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 and this person did this and this person did that, you was warning them. You was saying, hey, that may not be the way you want to go. Because somebody ain't telling you about their past. Somebody felt like they knew the way. They felt like they knew everything. This trickster energy tricked that person into thinking, oh, I can do that. Oh, maybe I really did. The Queen of Swords don't really know. Yeah, somebody couldn't see that trickster energy that you was telling them about. Now, they had such a strong beginning. God gave them the perfect beginning in life. But you know what? This person going against you squandered it all. Squandered it all. And now they have the nerve to act like they shocked because their entire life as they knew it, their stability, the house, the job, the this, and that, and the other, they thought that they was doing something only to find out they got dead. They wasn't doing nothing but just hurting themselves, trying to be like, oh, I know the best way. I know the best way. Yeah, the best way for them is the most painful way for them. And then on top of that, you left. You made the decision to love you and leave. So that tower was coming down. They're the only ones that didn't realize it fully, but they're starting to see it now. They're starting to notice. They look around and they see shit is getting down, 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 down. I don't know why I just heard a water main break somewhere. They're getting, yes, all this is getting, they're getting this news. Everything seems like it is going kaput. They're getting this blowback from the devil. Everything is being kaput. They are being, look, there's some karma coming back from shit that they done threw out there, knowing they shouldn't have thrown it out there, and now they stuck in it. All because they was trying to hold back from the relationship with you. They thought that they was not going to tell you what was going on because your ass was being a little too nosy. But now they realize they had opportunity to listen to you about someone and they chose not to. They missed it. They missed it all. Not only did they miss it all, but they messed up their life missing it all. They just want to go back. They want to go back to how life used to be. They're thinking about, when things were good, whenever you and them used to celebrate together before they started becoming a secret enemy of yours. They just want to go back. The spirit said it's too late. The cycle is over. If this person didn't want to listen, they didn't want to hear what spirit was telling them. And that's why spirit had to tear it all down. That's why spirit had to give them these burdens until this person can really surrender and listen to what the fuck God is trying to tell them. This person was not using their intuition at all, especially when they decided to get in bed or get involved with this witchy person. And that's the same person who tried to stop you and your blessings because they didn't like it that you were telling the truth. Someone did something against their own family members. They made a strike against one of their own family members, listening to someone else. Listening to somebody who was supposed to have been a leader. But this person wasn't a leader. This person was a fallen angel. This person was a lost soul. This person was Satan's best helper. And now somebody called himself a warlock, a wizard. That person can't sleep because they're thinking about, they know they got some blowback coming too. And there ain't nothing that they can do to protect themselves. Nothing. Hey, Lamont. Could be. That's the message. Thank you. Yeah, that cycle, it's over. That cycle is complete. You completed your part. You did your part. And the rest, you just need to let go. You did exactly what you needed to do. You put in everything that you needed to put in. And Spirit said, now it's time for you to have this new beginning. Everybody else, they're going to watch you get this new beginning. And here they are, down on their hands and knees, begging you, please. But you know what? You're protected. You're not going to allow them to get through. You're going to be able to defend yourself. You're not going to allow them to be able to come to you again and trick you. They're hoping that you got that same heart, but you know what? That heart is dead. You don't know where that heart is. That heart that you got now is protected on all sides. They didn't realize that last time was the last time. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. Somebody needs something. They really need something. But they feel foolish for making this judgment call against you, especially whenever they saw you working on your money for such a long time. But you know what? They saw it, but they didn't see it. They was trying to do things to burden you and to make it so that you didn't make your goals, didn't get your goal. Something that somebody was working on And I don't know, Lamont, I was just looking at your comment about that bishop. You know, somebody was working on something diabolical, diabolical. They had to deal with you. Diabolical, but they didn't know that this cycle was going to be closed, that they was going to be left in that diabolical plan. And that's exactly where you left them. They was planning something so horrible for you. They didn't think that you would ever, they was trying to make it so that you never, ever recovered. Ever recovered. I don't know why I'm just seeing in my mind's eye this situation that dealt with my biological mother, who was very diabolical. Still is. She's still alive. Extremely diabolical to her own kids. And I'm one of them. She was like the biggest enemy. This is the one who would strike out against us and say it was in the name of love. But she had a younger brother, my uncle. He's like 12, 13 years younger than her. And, you know, he had issues. He had been beat up. He was the scapegoat of his immediate family. He had been beat up for so long, but he didn't have that same strength to fight back. So she saw him outside one day, homeless on the street. She had an opportunity to at least speak to him, to try and help him, even if it was just a little bit, even if she couldn't house him, she still had an opportunity. It was still her flesh and blood. It was still her brother. It was still my uncle. But she told me out of her mouth that the reason that she chose to look the other way, as if he was not even aware, a human or there, is because she was with my son and my son's girlfriend. And she was embarrassed. Embarrassed about what? It's not your life. See, this is the type of person that's diabolical like that. This is that type of person that will purposely do things and then need things. And then work to try and create a situation. Yep. Spirit guided you away. No more. No more. These people are done. They couldn't see it. Spirit said, don't even look for it. They couldn't see you. Spirit said, don't even look. Because this is what they're left with. That decision. They thought that this heart, there's three swords. They thought that this was going to be what saved them. No, it was right here all along, and they missed it. So this is what they get. Spirit is guiding you further and further and further away. That cycle is done. It's complete. These people just don't realize it yet. This is why you feel less than the day before. Because you're no longer stuck. They are. Someone is trying to figure out how they can, make things right. What can they do? Because they see that their money is, it's not adding up. The house, everything is coming down. Everything is coming down after you had to defend yourself. What are you doing, little girl? What's the message? The house of cards is coming down. And see, somebody, they want to come in, they want to offer you this little cup, this little apology, but you're not going to accept it because you know who they worked with. Confirmation. You know who they worked with, and you know that this person that they worked with, that they said that I could be friends with whoever I want. You can't trust them, because if you can't trust the people that they're around and they choose to be around those people, you can't trust them. Let me let her out real quick. Okay, little girl. Let's go outside. Can't trust them. And they thought they had the nerve to think that you was confused, like you didn't know what was going on. You didn't know that somebody was trying to choose somebody else behind your back. Like, come on now. Like, first of all, don't treat me like I'm dumb. Secondly, you know what? I may wear glasses, but that's just because my 3D vision is affected, not my 5D, not my intuition, not my third eye. That's not affected. Confirmation. So, yeah, it's tripping. They thought that you would believe in a lie, that they could just say whatever it was, and you was going to be like, well, is that it? Oh, no, I wasn't really doing it like this. I was doing it like that. No, you don't really want to believe your lying eyes. You ain't seen me giving no money to this person. You saw me giving a loan, but they'll pay me back whenever. And I don't care when they pay me. You know your intuition is not lying to you. You know this person has been holding back from you for a long time. Like they've been keeping secrets for a long time. But they built that shit up and it's just affecting them. Then they want to come to you like they want to offer some truth. Offer some truth. That's what you need to offer. I feel like, you know what, this person even tried to, something about, I feel like you got this relationship coming in. Somebody sees you as their true blue, but somebody was they was being immature and they even had something negative to say about you there. Trying to destroy something, but that didn't even work. But this witch that they worked with, oh, this one is upset, can't sleep, can't think straight, don't know what's happening, don't know their last move, don't know if they're going to be homeless, don't know if they're going to be the ones to see somebody on the street that they know is going to turn their nose up at them. Nobody was thinking about being nice to you and being loving to you until this old, evil, nasty shit that they were trying to do to you was coming back on them. Now, all of a sudden, everybody like, damn, we know we should have been a lot nicer to this person. We should have been a lot nicer. We should have been a lot sweeter. You know, we didn't have to do all that raw dog, nasty shit in the past. We didn't have to be nobody's hidden enemy. Damn, I didn't know it was gonna get me like that. See, I didn't know if I pushed her down and didn't help her out and went on about my business and didn't care that she hurt her hip or her back or her knee or her leg or whatever, then my turn was gonna come that somebody's gonna do some raw, fucked up shit to me. And I'm not going to be able to know how I'm going to heal or what I'm going to do to get over it or how I'm going to be able to fix it or what's going to be able to be there for me. See, somebody didn't think about that. They didn't think about having to defend themselves in that same situation. They didn't think about, being offered something, but then all of a sudden it's not working out. It ain't working out. Thinking they deserve something that ain't working out because God is reminding this person about the shit that they did in the past. Remember this whole situation. Remember the y'all family. Remember that the one that you ghosted, that earth angel that was trying to help you, but you ghosted and ended shit and didn't even think to have any type of closure. You remember that? You remember that whenever you forgot to use your intuition like I was trying to tell you, but yet you grouping with these people and doing some outlandish shit. You remember that? You remember that? You remember how you had this person stand by them on their own? How this person had to be strong and courageous and ask God to change them instead of that situation, to let that situation stay exactly what it was, but God changed me. I surrender. You made somebody have to be that strong that they could surrender. But now you looking at things differently and understanding, no, wait a minute, shit ain't working the way I thought. That person was my true blue. That person was my dream come true. I could have been happy with that person, but now you fucked up. And now that person don't want nothing to do with your ass. And sky high, infinite me, myself, and I am. Change that way of thinking because you're not the victim. You're not the bad guy. You know? Somebody's seeing clearly now. Everything is out in the open. People are starting to see everything. Somebody can't hide anything any longer. Yeah. And I feel like people are starting to talk too. People are gossiping. They're gossiping how somebody, that was supposed to have been committed to you did you the worst. They're gossiping because you know what? How somebody was supposed to have sent you some type of communication, but they didn't do that. Instead, what they did was they doubled down on the lie. They doubled down on the lie. This is why you get justice. Because they doubled down on a lie. And that trick ain't tricking no more. Everybody's seeing that trick ain't tricking no more. And somebody's know that they trying to come to you with this apology and offer this cup of love. They trying because they know that they fucked up when it came to you and them trying to cause some dissension, in the family. They know they fucked up. This King of Cups, all he wants is to be healed. He been looking at you and he know that everything that you're talking about is the truth. He knows it's the truth. He's well aware of who you are. He's well aware that he actually needs you to grow, not the other way around. He, she, as it fits. Yes, because somebody is really burdened by some shit that they done. Really burdened by some shit that they done. Girl. We're going to pull a couple from the stack. And I'm going to get ready to clock in. Something about the Empress. Somebody jumped to some conclusions when it came to the Empress. But let me tell you something. God don't play about you, period. Just a minute, Sasha. And you're very spiritually protected. You receive favor from God because you was left to the wolves. There's some hidden information that's coming out now. Just a minute, Sasha. I need to take her to doggy daycare. Goodness, give me some time to myself. What's the message? Anything else? Just a minute. Just a minute. Something about this third party. Something's coming. There's some hidden information is coming out about this third party, but don't even be worried about it. You're going to handle it with dignity. You are going to handle it with dignity. Like taking it in stride. You know, not even blinking. They're illuminated that you are the star and you are getting victory. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to leave it there so I can go ahead and sit at my home computer. And then I'm going to move everything into my home office so we don't have any more, hopefully no more internet interruptions. But thank you so very much. Hey, Bert, next, how are you? And I do look forward to seeing y'all this evening. Let's have a wonderful day today, okay? Thank you so much. I love you all and see you soon.